Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys my final recap, my final thoughts and impressions on Boku no Hero Academia, or you could call it My Hero Academia, which is on the 13th and final episode. So if anything else, let's just get this started and I'll give you guys my final thoughts and impressions so far, okay? Okay, so let's go. Okay, we have to it that after last week's episode, we see to it that things were getting a little rough and tough, and after All Might defeated the Nomu, But apparently, after seeing what's up and what just happened right now, apparently, we have to it that All Might is at his limit, But before I get into all that, we have to it that one of our buddies, who's with Momo and the earphone girl, apparently he gets kidnapped and they're about to be killed, And right now, things are getting a little hectic for the time being, especially for All Might. He realizes that if he moves one, he can't even move. Right now, he's trying to bluff right now, but right now, Shigaraki Tomura, who's really upset, along with Kurogi, decides to try to take advantage of All Might's bluffing and make an attack. But apparently, Deku, or Izuku, whatever you want to call him, jumps right in front of them with his one for all and tries to hit them. But apparently, we have to it that Shigaraki's hand was about to reach Izuku's face, but it gets shot at, and all the other pro heroes arrive just on time and defeats all the other villains who causes havoc and chaos, And there was a filler scene in it, but it actually worked out. It was actually pretty neat. And we have to it that that 13 was trying to stop Kurogi from warping, but it was too late. Shigaraki and Kurogi managed to escape in time. As for Izuku, he is upset that he was unable to do anything, but All Might tells him, no, you actually saved me. If you didn't buy a few of those seconds in time, I would have been really killed by now, that kind of thing. So it was actually brave of Izuku to do that, and I'm pretty sure everybody would just criticize him for his recklessness, but he has but yeah. But we have to it that All Might's form was almost revealed to Kirishima, but apparently it is blocked by cementos, which is Quarkus cement, etc. And as for Shigaraki, he is really upset that that All Might was not weak at all, and he told Sensei that he was wrong. He goes no, I was not wrong. You see, of course I might have underestimated them, but still. And we have to it that Shigaraki mentioned to his sensei, that he calls him, that this brat has the same power almost to All Might, He goes really? And Shigaraki gets really ticked off and said, that little brat, that kind of thing. And we have to it that this sensei who's talking to Shigaraki, which he will be very, very important, because if anyone who is a manga reader would know what I'm talking about. Not to mention about how important this sensei is. Keep an eye out for him, because he will have a big role to play in the future, and I mean a very big role. That is for anime onlys to keep note of. That's one thing I'll say for sure. And he tells Shigaraki that, remember, we can't move freely. That's the reason why you are here. And we have to it that everybody seems to be okay for the time being. Yeah, everyone's alright for now. But as for Aizawa Sensei and so forth, he kind of suffered a very bad injury. Obviously, he suffered a lot, that's for sure. I mean, a freaking blow to a face, broken arm, that kind of thing. Obviously, you guys know that he's very, very, worn out and damaged up, if anything. As for the Nomu, they end up arresting it as it just gave in, no problem, that kind of thing. But we have to it that All Might did push himself again. And he says things like this happen, but I may only have about 1 hour left in me, which Izuku was pretty upset about. All Might ends up talking to Tsukachi, who is one of the police detectives that Izuku's really shocked about. But he says he's my best friend from the police from the police force, that kind of thing, you know. And we have to it that Tsukachi ends up like telling All Might that everything's okay. Aizawa number 13 is alright, you know. They are being treated right away, so don't need to be too concerned, you know. And we have to it that Tsukachi says, without you, I'm pretty sure the students would have been in danger a lot, you know. But All Might mentions that you got one thing wrong. These students also fought bravely and gave it their all. You see, for them to experience such a battlefield in their youth, they're going to be very good heroes in the future, you know. And it shows every picture of every other hero, you know, which is pretty sweet and nice, you know, and so forth. And that music that they played towards the on the ending of where All Might says that they're gonna be great heroes, I had a feeling they were gonna play that or something. Eventually they were. Eventually I thought they were gonna end it off right there, but not exactly. And we get to see the credits and so forth after that song, and after that, plus Ultra and Izuku going home, but he actually been waited by Ida and Ochako, you know, which is really, really sweet. I mean, like that's like true friendship right there. Two people waiting for you, and so forth, and you walk on home with them. It's pretty sweet. But eventually, it ends off with Izuku saying, "But there's one thing we did not know of that time, you know," and it shows a person who's standing on top of a building and ends up looking really, really, really getting ready to kill because he licked his tongue or something. So that person, and I mean that person, is gonna have a bigger role in the later future for Hero Academia. Keep an eye out for him. Me and other manga readers who's up to date with the latest chapter would know what I'm talking about. There's no denying that. That person, I will not say anymore. He will have a role to play, and you anime onlys who are anime onlys are going to be shocked. And it's been announced there's a second season, which is pretty sweet. And I look forward to that second season because I'm pretty sure that is where some good stuff is about to begin. Oh my gosh. I know I'm overhyping this a lot, but when it came to like the other arcs, I really loved them a lot and so forth. Now, I'll give you guys like my final thoughts and impressions on this series. Okay, you know, the series was pretty fun, although it does go in the school background and certain characters might have like bothered me a bit, especially that guy with the laser beam or something. I'm like, hey, what do you think of this or something? I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm pretty sure everyone would agree with me on this one. Midoriya Izuku, he's been crying a lot lately in this series, a lot. There's no denying that. Well, I can understand why or something, etc. Possibly at the beginning, you know, when All Might tells him he could be a hero and so forth, and after all that bullying and so on, I can understand, etc. with other things. And I can understand a lot of people will criticize, saying that Hero Academia is generic, cliche, that kind of thing. And I can understand it's generic with its school background, maybe its characters, etc., the underdog theme, and possibly with with the recklessness and how it could be certain plot convenience for some other things, Izuku's punched the Nobu but didn't get damaged, you know. That's what I get from a friend or something, but you know, that kind of thing. But I can understand why a lot of people may hate the series and don't like it because of the way how it's done and how the characters are and how the main MC is usually a little yada yada yada. I can understand that. But you know, as a manga reader, you know, and so forth, I gotta say they did a nice job with the adaptation. I will give it 8 out of 10. But if I'm really honest with myself, I think it earned a 7 out of 10 for me, you know. I mean, I love the music, I love the art, you know. Characters were pretty well displayed, especially with certain voice actors, etc. And you know, the story here is just being a hero and going through this stuff in a certain way, and it's all in a school background. And honestly, I'm pretty sure if those who've been watching anime for a very long time will know how school backgrounds can be and how big of an advantage they could take that, you know, obviously. But I gotta say, as a manga reader, they did a great job on an adaptation and so forth. I mean, they adapted like 21 chapters like correctly in 13 episodes. That is like really good stuff right there. That is my honesty, straight up. But even if I were to be an anime only, I think it will earn a 7 out of 10, and I think I'll stick with 7 out of 10. I think it was a cool series to watch, you know, and so forth. And I'm pretty sure a lot will ask me, like, would you recommend this anime? Well, it all depends what you're trying to look for. If you're trying to look for something original and something that's new, something that you haven't seen before, I do not recommend it. But if you want to like watch something just to see like see how a series could go for, maybe you could give it a shot. But it's nothing original or new. I'm just telling you my honest thoughts like that. But I think it's still like somewhat of a fun series to watch. For me, that is, you know? Even if I'm not a manga reader, etc., I think it's still a little bit fun to see certain characters grow and develop in a certain way, even though it's a little fast for our MC here and there, but still, I still had my fun. Anyways, still, well done, Studio Bones. You adapted it very well, you know, adapted 21 chapters and gave out that freaking stooped up teaser at the end before that announcement of second season, you know? So, yeah. I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with this series till the end, although I did have some bothersome or annoying moments that could get me a little like cringe and go like, "Are you serious right now?" You know, that kind of thing. So, yeah, 7 out of 10 series, you know. But I still enjoyed it to the end with its adaptation and along with its music and voice actors. Until then. Hope you anime onlys and manga readers enjoyed this series as much as I did, even though it has like certain flaws here and there. Still, hope you guys still had your fun until the very end. I'm Alpha Zero, people. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out. Bye bye. Toot toot.